Coffee isn't the only thing that we need to be prepared for, and there's a lot more other things that we need to be prepared for. Aloha and welcome to Hawaii Preppers Network 808. Now, I've been away from my channel for a bit. Busy, lots of things going on. I'm sure not just myself, but you as well. But I just figured I'd pop on here with everything that's going on around the globe, with our new president, with the executive orders that are going into place. I think you get the gist of where things are going and things are somewhat heading. Knowing that anything can change, anything can happen. There's a lot of shifts going on in our world now, a lot of shifts happening to each and every one of us in all categories when you think about it. Now, if you're like me, you're watching things very closely, taking notes, keeping updated on all the things that are happening and the changes that are occurring rapidly. And one of them happens to be the tariffs, as we are witnessing now, that are going on and that will take place very shortly, I think in about 5 days. So February 1st, Trump is implementing all these different tariffs to these different countries. And we're also seeing that the mass deportation is happening as well. We're also seeing these various countries refusing to accept their own citizens. And therefore, the Trump administration has a lot of tricks up their sleeves, and they're utilizing the tariffs as a weapon. Now, that's one aspect that I'm noticing that the tariffs are being used as. And we know, if not by now, a lot of these countries do have a lot of things that are imported, exported. I don't know, I get mixed up with both of them, but you know what I mean. They're products that come from their countries. So, yeah, coffee happens to be one of them, from Colombia. And Colombia, point blank, don't want to accept their citizens. I don't know, due to, I guess, whatever's. But, there's other things that these countries have that we use. So we know that we're going to end up paying even more for these products. So what does it tell you as a prepper? It tells you if you have not stocked up by now on those particular items that you consume on a daily basis, maybe you're weaning yourself off of these items, like coffee, for instance. You're trying to kick that habit. Good for you. That's great for you. But most of us coffee drinkers, we love our coffee, so stock up on that coffee. But knowing that Colombia isn't the only one that sells coffee and makes coffee. There's a lot of different countries that do so as well. But with that, you do have to watch when it comes to these tariffs. Now, we make our own coffee as well. We have our own coffee beans in our own country, in different states. Our state grows coffee as well, but how much of that particular product can go nationwide, how much of it will be able to fill the entire nation is unknown. I don't know how many states in all, in the percentages of that coffee would add up to, but just know that just by these tariffs alone, if you have not by now done so, doing the research on these countries and that Trump is going to slap these tariffs on, you might want to look into it and see what actually comes from those countries and come into our country and we use as well. This is a really interesting time that we're all living in. A lot of things are changing rapidly, really fast, at an accelerated pace. It's like every second you wake up and if you turn on whatever news, alternative news resources, wherever you go to, you're going to see different things going on. I mean, a lot of it is good. A lot of it is kind of sketchy. But using your discernment through it all is something that we all really need to do as well. Now, I'm not sure if our president is going to be able to tackle the high inflation because everyone is literally feeling it every way around. I mean, the last administration really wiped a lot of people out. A lot of people lost their jobs. I mean, I think that's going to continue in 2025. And I'm really not sure if they're going to be able to lower inflation for everyone. I know the dollar is tied to everything and the deficit and, you know, the Federal Reserve. I mean, everything is just crazy and not in a good place. You know, the United States is definitely not in a good place economically. Now, I know, and I'm sure a lot of people do know as well, that the president is doing or trying his best to get everyone out of all these different funks that perhaps everyone was thrust into, which is great. We see a lot of great changes. We see a lot of positive things happening. But I know that at the same time, a lot of things will take time. It will not be quickly, but we are seeing a lot of things that are occurring quickly as well, like the deportation, the ICE agents blanketing the nation and tackling all of that. But we just don't know how quickly things will occur. But that's quickly, but anything and everything can happen. So my thinking is everybody's just got to buckle up, hunker down, continue to stock whatever it is that you do stock and consume on a daily basis, keeping an eye out, knowing that tariffs are coming for those specific countries, and knowing that majority of the products that we consume and use in our homes are from these countries. Knowing how much you use, how often you use it, more so, I think you want to stock up tenfold on those items. Not to panic, not to hoard, but even if the prices are high, basically this looks to me that it's going to get even higher. So if we can't afford these things now, think of ways to generate extra income. Always think of diversifying things and streamlining different directions, different paths of generating that extra income. You have stuff lying around the house, sell it. Don't donate it. There's people out there that's willing to buy it, however amount that you set it at. Sell it. Find stuff that people don't like and they're getting rid of. Take that stuff in, turn it around and sell it and create and generate that extra income for you so that you can be able to afford whatever it is that you do need and consume on a daily basis for you and your family. There's so many ways to create and generate extra income during this time. There's so many opportunities out there, even though it looks to some, maybe a lot, bleak. There's opportunity. There's always opportunity in inopportune times to create and make money. Now's the time. So folks, I'll leave you with that for now. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you have not subscribed yet to this channel, please do so. And thanks again. Aloha.